Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Uncle Will. You know, the criminal system, for better or worse, has played a significant role in providing justice for the weak. What makes a criminal? Is it primarily the lack of resources and or the lack of proper leadership, meaning a strong mother or father in the home? The purpose of this show isn't to demean those individuals. It is to take a deep dive in the mind of an individual convicted through the court system. Now, while watching this show, I hope that you see that the images of criminals on TV and the movies isn't always an accurate reflection of real life. So, join me as I talk to individuals that was once a menace to their community and find out what made them the person that they became. I'm your host, Uncle Will, and this is Criminal Minded. What's up everyone, Uncle Will here. Hey, I want to welcome you guys to this week's episode of Criminal Minded. Okay, my guest today is a young man by the name of Davante. He did less than 2 years in prison, but during that time, his girl had his child. They're both first-time parents, and they both had to deal with the situation, of course, independently. And talking to Davante, you got a sense and you seen that not only was he locked up physically, but mentally, because he couldn't be there to help support her. And it gives an underlining understanding of what not only do the inmate has to deal with, but the people on the outside who actually relies on these guys when they go to prison. So I want you to watch the show. At the end, please, no matter what the comment is, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Okay? So, again, thank you guys for watching this week's episode. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and again, from Uncle Will, enjoy the show. Hey, what's up everyone? Uncle Will. I want to thank you guys for tuning into the show of this episode, Criminal Minded. On today's show, I have with me Davante. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? All right?
Hey, I'm good, man. I want to first say thank you for coming on to the show. You know what I'm saying? You're like one of my, I guess, fifth, sixth guests or whatever. Okay. And I like to thank all of them for coming on, you know what I'm saying, and speaking their truth or whatever. So, also, man, so listen, if you want to emphasize some things or whatever, I forgot to tell you, but this is your camera right here, and you know what I'm saying, when you want to emphasize, do that. So, again, man, thanks for coming to the show. So talk to me. So tell me this. You just got out of prison, right?
Of course.
Okay. Now he gonna say, of course, like, you know, you all know he just got out of prison. In the background, did you hear the baby crying? That's his baby. My man came out as a new father and stuff too. So how that feel, man? You're dad.
Great, man. Actually, it changed my life from the second he was born. So from in there to coming home, the transition, it was like everything kind of just ran its course. I fell right in. He fell right in. You feel me? So like he knew exactly who I was before. Like when I came, I'm more shocked that he was as attentive to me as he was. You feel me?
Wow. So I imagine your girl, she let him talk to you, hear your voice on the phone a lot while he was in prison. So. Well, you know, they do say that babies tend to, you know what I'm saying, get accustomed to that voice, you know what I'm saying? So that could have been it. But I know it was a great feeling when you finally came out to see your seed.
That's all I wanted to do. That's all I had talked about since July 5th, the day he was born.
Dang. So give us a sense, man. How did you feel being in prison and you couldn't be there for the birth of your own child?
It hurt. That was the worst moment of my life. I was more ashamed of that moment than I was of even going to prison. You know? Granted, me going is what made everything happen to the, you know what I'm saying, from the start. But that moment was something I lived for my life, and I always wanted my child. So not to be there for the birth of it was something that it tore me apart.
Damn. So what did you initially, for this particular bit, what did you go to prison for?
Felony firearm.
Oh, okay, felony firearm. So when you went away, did you know that your girl was pregnant?
When the case happened, originally, no, she wasn't pregnant. But over time, it ended up happening. When I went, she was, I want to say, 3 or 4 months pregnant.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So,
damn, man. You know, me being a military vet, going overseas for like 6 months, My daughter at the time, she was not even 1 year old, man.
Yeah.
So I'm going for like 6 months. And I'm like, dang, I'm missing my baby.
That's all you thinking about.
That's all you thinking about, right? So I can only imagine how you was feeling, man. You up in this prison, and you can't even see your kid.
Every day, man, calling, even during the pregnancy, man, like just trying to make sure she okay, you feel me? That's a big part of a father too, you know. It don't start when a baby born, it start during the pregnancy, you feel me? You gotta be there, and here it is, I'm locked up, so I'm missing appointments. I'm getting third-party information of what's going on, you feel me? Like, I'm not physically there. I'm here, but I'm not physically there, you feel me? So that's a toll itself, you feel me? So here it is, now he born. She's a brand new mom, I'm a brand new dad. We don't know the ropes of this, so here it is. Now she trying to figure this out on her own. Granted, we got help, support, grandmothers, mothers, sisters, brothers, cousins, uncles, aunties, but it's something different when y'all doing it together. You feel me? So for a long part, I'm trying to do it from the penal system.
Yeah.
And that's a problem by itself, you feel me? I'm already in here going through what I'm going through, and things may happen like, okay, so my son was born premature. So he was born with hearing loss.
Oh, wow.
So this is something that soaking this in, I'm already in here. My mind's somewhere else.
Man.
You feel me? So it's a lot that happened beyond that. That was kind of like, yeah, this ain't it.
So hearing that your son had this defect with his hearing, and you couldn't be there, I mean, I know they had to tear you up, man.
Of course, you know, like I said, it's surgeries. You know, he had the cochlear implants now, so it's better. But then again, it was like for the surgery, I wasn't there. For the preparation of the surgery, for the talks to the doctors, like a lot of that, I'm not there for. You feel me? So it was one of those kind of things. Like, yeah, I hung my head for that, but you gotta charge to the game. I put myself here.
Dig it. And so, a lot of times, people don't realize, or should I say, like inmates, they don't realize that when they're gone, life still goes on, right?
Of course.
And so, your girl, she had a lot to deal with her baby. You know, like you said, being a new mom's, then come to find out that, you know, her baby need, you know what I'm saying, some assistance with this. How did that put like a toll on your relationship with her? Or did it make y'all stronger?
It actually brought her stronger. So I really believe in the sense of to go the long mile with somebody, y'all gonna have to go through some things. You know, so first and foremost, me being in prison is one obstacle. Now we apart from each other. That distance, that over the phone thing, for certain people it work, for certain people it don't. You know, so that's one thing everybody itself. Now you gotta trust, you feel me? The faith, the loyalty, the love, all that gotta play its course now. So now my addition come to my family and things he need, the needs and stuff like that. Like it's anything can trigger anything. You feel me? So as I said, being in prison is one thing, but your mental you gotta be there, both sides. So while I'm in here, I still gotta think for what's going on out here, because the situation in here could turn worse, and now I'm not able to get back to here.
Right.
Even talking to her, just I say little tickets that I got in there. It was one of those. Oh, so I'm not gonna. My phone privilege is gonna get taken away, so I ain't gonna be able to talk to you for 14 days. Now she's mad because now you're a big part of her day. You know, like I call you. It's a constant routine. Before you go to work, you're gonna hear it. Before you go to bed, you're gonna hear me. Now you can't do that. So what's up? You know what I'm saying?
That's something else though, man. Cause see, that falls like what I'm saying though. Life still goes on while you locked up, right?
Of course.
But part of that life is anticipating hearing your voice, making sure that you're okay, making sure that you know that I'm okay out here. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, new moms dealing with this new baby, she want to make sure that her partner can help her some kind of way, and that way that you helped her, communication, right? So when you got them tickets or whatever like that, and they took them privileges away, we know how she felt. How did that shit make you feel though, bro?
Crushing. As I said, you know, part of my day is talking to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I got through my bid. I'll just be real, you know, like I played the phone.
Okay.
When I can't talk on the phone, it's kind of like, well, what else I'm gonna do? You know, so.
How was the visitation though?
I had not one visit.
Okay.
Not video, not over the phone.
Why you had no visits? I mean, you gone for how long did you go on this one? Man?
18 months.
18. Damn it, that's over 2 years.
Yeah.
No visits.
No visits. So
What was going on with that?
At Berryville, once I got there, first and foremost, I thought I was gonna be downstate, but they shot me all the way up north. That's about 9 hours away. Me personally, I ain't gone for that long, but a year and a half. If y'all come up here, y'all better come to get me. Now on the visits, like I said, once I got there, I was probably about a month or two in.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up switching counselors. I never had a counselor for like my whole first year. It was hard to even get visiting lists or get them approved visiting lists and stuff like that. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? So I want to say I had my stepmom, my dad, my little brother. No, my little sister. Those are the only people that got approved. My little brother, he signed it. He tried it, but they didn't approve him. I don't know why. What that was about. Long story short, it was cool with me, you know. As I said, and it was still somebody else told me push the issue on getting hers approved so I could see my son.
Yeah.
You know, and even then it was kind of like, well, I've been this long because at the time I was probably about 9-10 months in my bed. At this time, I'm on my way home now. I ain't tripping about it.
Damn, like over 8 hours away.
Yeah.
Damn, man, that right there. I mean, that right there was just, to me, is almost like equivalent to them going in the hole. Because in regards to family, you know what I'm saying?
State.
You know what I'm saying? And you go out of state, right? You in Michigan, but you all the way up past the bridge. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who don't know how Michigan is, you see that thumb, then you got that look at the top. That's where you was at, up top.
I went about an hour away from Wisconsin from the back end. Wisconsin.
Damn. Okay. So I tell you what, let's get into the actual life of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, how was your upbringing as a kid?
I had stern street parents. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I chose my route, but I was raised the proper way. You know, I grew up church home, of course. School. I attended school all the way to the 12th grade. I felt like I was grown and decided I wanted to drop out, but I had a good upbringing. You know what I'm saying?
So nothing what went on with your family caused, because you know some guys, you know, they say or even ladies say that their upbringing as far as being in a home with dope dealers, being in a home with you know, gang-minded people caused them to follow that path.
Everybody around me, I'm blessed to say that I have a stepmother and a stepfather, so everybody's still to this day, everybody still works. My grandmother and grandfather, both of them just retired.
Okay.
So it was stuff that I seen that I wanted, you know, like I was, I guess you could say, spoiled.
Okay.
I had clothes, I had shoes, I went to private schools. The money, you know,
So you just greedy.
Yeah,
just like you just greedy.
I just wanted what I wanted. You know, that's it.
So it sounded like your upbringing was solid.
Yeah.
Everybody was sound. You had decent role models in your life.
Stand up people.
But you equate you going down that road of criminality to just being greedy or want more. And you just wasn't. So you want that quick shit.
That's it. So meanwhile, I had a talent. I was blessed with ability to play basketball.
Okay.
As elementary school, I was in the papers with Tubby Smith. I got all kind of trophies for medals for basketball, all type of stuff. I played all the way to high school. It was my way out of poverty, but it was still one of those things that I wanted, what I wanted now. So meanwhile, I'm not focused on the big picture. I'm living for today.
Right.
And I think that's where my life took the left turn. Instead of thinking long term, going to school, doing what I'm supposed to do to get to the next level of my life where I'm supposed to be, college and D leagues, basketball, whatever, you feel me? I chose the quick route. That's when my life took a left turn.
So when you say that you chose the quick route, what was your first initial crime that you remember that you committed and didn't get? I don't know if you got locked up or not, but what was your first crime? If you can, without incriminating yourself or doing some, but just give me a sense of.
So when you say very first crime, I mean, I stole a candy bar. You know, that's the very first crowd. As far as my actual
That's the start of a criminal life, that candy bar.
Hey, listen, I was young too, you know, like I want to say I had to have been about 4 or 5, maybe 6.
Damn, boy, already?
It wasn't intentional, you know. I had the candy bar. We had Target. I had the candy bar in my hand and put it back. Help these bags. And I went to go put the candy bar back, but something else caught my attention. I ended up putting it in my pocket. It wasn't intentional. I'm being real. But we get home and I got a candy bar. Yeah. I think I got like 5, 6 whoopings for that, you know. That was the early starts of it, but...
Okay, before you finish up, did they let you eat it after the whooping?
Of course not. They ate it in my face.
That's what's up. That's Paris for you.
I never forget. As I said, I came from a good background, you know.
So go ahead.
My official first crime that I can say I went to jail for, I was 15 years old. Attempted armed robbery, felonious assault.
Damn, that's a big ass jump from a candy bar.
Once again, the situation wasn't supposed to be like that. You know, it was birthday coming around. I'm young. I wanted some money. I figured, hey, I'll try my luck. Very first time I get locked up.
Damn, how old were you?
15 years old.
15. So did they send you to prison or probation?
When I got locked up, they sent me to JDF.
Okay.
Juvenile Detention Facility.
Okay.
I did 14 days over there. I bonded out. Very first crime, very first offense. Bond $5,000, no 10%. As a kid. That played through. I go to court. All charges was dismissed. Thank God.
Okay.
That was that. But that was my initial, very first crime that I committed.
And so after that right there didn't shake you enough to say, I'm done? Or did it carry like, hell, shit, I got off, so I'm invincible?
So, don't blame my way of thinking as fucked up, shall I say. But at this age, it was one of those, I know better to start robbing people. That's not my cup of tea. Right. Very first crime, you go to jail for it, leave it alone. Time goes on, I call myself trying to sell weed. So that was that. And you know, at the time, it was still not legal, so it was still a crime and misdemeanor if I'm not mistaken.
So how old were you on that one when you started doing something?
I never caught a case for that.
But how old were you when you started doing it?
Selling weed?
Yeah.
I was selling weed right after I came home, actually. Once the charges was dismissed and everything, I had.
So you went right back to the streets. Right. Okay, go ahead.
As I said, the money thing, it was one of those things. I was spoiled. I had it. It was just how I'm gonna pay for my bag of chips. We got a store in the school and everybody getting Gatorades and waters and stuff, and I'm at the water fountain. You know, it's like, hey, I want more. You feel me? So that was that.
I mean, so, but if you got the support that you said that you needed, that you had, whatever, where did this idea come from? Because you make it sound like you was poor as shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
It makes it sound like you poor. So
No.
That's your justification, though. It sounds like that's why I'm hitting these streets.
As I said, listen, I grew up Jordans, all designer, money wise. So I did have reduced lunch. You know, so going to school, it was one of those things. Hey, my mama give me $20 to $50, and that's supposed to last me for the month. Meanwhile, I'm about to buy my snacks. And in my head, like I said, being young, you're not looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah,
you're just looking at what you want right now. So at the time, what I wanted, I couldn't get from home. Now I need to come with an excuse on why I need this money because I just gave you some money last year. You know, and mama not knowing, like, I'm spending $10 to $15 a day, and you're giving me $50 to last all month. I'm barely making it through the week.
That was a time when they called that, what's they call that? Allowance.
I was spoiled.
Yeah.
Must I say, I was spoiled. I gotta say, but on the flip, it was like, I was spoiled to the T where it was items. It wasn't money that I was getting. You know, so I do all my chores, I'm going shopping. It was that thing for me, you know. So now my thing was I just wanted money. All my friends, they making it rain in the lunchroom. We buying everybody chicken and pizza at lunchtime, and I'm just walking with them.
So, how is your family, your moms, your dad, your stepmom, stepdad? How all of them responded to you getting in trouble like this?
It wasn't good. I tell you that now. A lot of stuff changed. I start with my grandmother. That's where the hurt comes the most. For every man, it's like your mother and your grandmother is your world.
Yeah.
So
I dig it.
once Granny get to looking at you a different way, it hurt because now she's being different towards you.
I'm sorry. Were you the oldest grandson?
Yes.
Oh yeah, man.
So
You
it
had a
hurts.
big disappointment at that point.
It hurts. Come to find out, so Granny and Grampy, that's the big hurt. Mom find out, she hurt. Dad the same way. All of these people that I'm speaking of had a past before me.
Mm-hmm.
So the things that I'm doing, they probably already had done.
Mm-hmm.
But they feel like I paved the way so you don't have to do these things. So
That
by
foundation,
the time I came around, all of my parents and grandparents had paved their lane, working. My dad's a firefighter. He went to the Army and the Marines, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So did my stepmother. My mom, plenty of careers. She actually works at Chrysler right now. You know, she went to school, psychology. Stepfather, different kind of plants. He was in the medical field. Needless to say, as I said, they all come from working.
Yeah.
You know, so here it is. You want to jump off in the streets and do what you want to do. When we paved the way for you, we showed you what you're supposed to do. You know, so for me, it was a hurt moment to know how bad I hurt them. But at the time, was I about to stop?
Right.
Wasn't nobody about to pay. My cell phone bill, that's all I had. But in my head, it's kind of like, ain't nobody paying the bill for me.
Okay. I mean, you know, a lot of people don't think about it too. That, you know, you were young, you know what I'm saying, and so people make mistakes.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of times us civilians that, you know, we call those taxpaying citizens. A lot of times we don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now, you know right from wrong. And so
I'll be real, you know. I did have situations where it was like, all right, you get caught with some weed, something like that, you go to the precinct. I want to say the one time I did go to the precinct, I knew it was real. My mother didn't come get me.
she let your ass marinate for a minute.
It hurt.
Yeah, I can only
I
imagine.
was sitting there, granted, they only let me sit down for 72 hours and let me go. But it still was the fact that, man, I think I was fresh 18. Ain't nobody gonna get me. Don't nobody care about me. You know, like that's what you get to thinking. But in your head, it's kind of like the older you get, you realize, you know, you paved your way. That's what
Yeah, man. I mean, but how? And that's another thing too. The selfishness. Because when you think about it, that's what it was. Being selfish. You sitting there in prison. I mean, in jail, knowing you just committed this crime and shit. But then you get mad at your family for not jumping to come get you out of a situation that you got yourself in, knowing you didn't have to be in that damn situation.
Let's not tell you how many times they done jumped before. So that's what I'm saying. That this at 18 years old now. You feel me? So as I said, this life of crime started at 15 for me.
Right.
Everybody came together and paid that $5,000 bond. I came home.
Right.
Years go on. Staying in Taylor. For some odd reason, I get shut down in Taylor every day. Every day. They know me on first name basis.
It was based upon your behavior in Taylor?
As I said, I'd picked that bag up at this point. So now I'm moving around.
Okay.
Of course, my name ringing bells, you know, so it was time my mama done walked up as I'm getting put in handcuffs, getting pushed in the car. Hey, what's going on? You know, so it was something different. But as you said, it was 100% selfish. 100% selfish.
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of times to me, I'm telling you, man, I done dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? Family going back and forth to prison and shit, and then you have to come up with your portion of the bail to help them out. And then it just seemed like, okay, you taking me for granted on my shit because you think like, okay, well, when I get locked up, all I gotta do is call bro. Bro gonna go ahead and put 500, put 800, or when I say no, then have moms to call. Come on, well, you know, just help him on out this time, whatever. And I guarantee you, when you get out, you're gonna be the first one that he go ahead and get. Never seen none of my money for attorney fees, none of that shit. Or when you're locked up, and you do have a wife and kids at home who got to help take care of, because financially you can't do a damn thing. So we got to come out of our pocket to take care of our nieces or our nephews. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where, to me, the selfishness come in at, because y'all are not thinking about when y'all commit this fucking bullshit ass crimes, what we got to deal with being your family.
No, so it is a entourage thing. So it's a domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
So my prison sentence, moving along, 30 years old, I go to prison. For guys that go to prison, you commit your crime and you put yourself in your situation, of course, but you're not realizing how many people that you're taking to prison with you.
Dig.
So here it is. I go get locked up. I'm one body that's physically in there. I got a girl that's stuck by my side my whole bed. She's locked up with me. My mom, my grandmother, my dad, my brother, my sister, my nephews.
Your son.
My son. All of these people that care for you don't want to see you going out bad. So, of course, they looking out for you. So, on the flip side, it's like they there with you.
Yeah.
Not to mention, as my little brother. You got to wait for my call. Sometimes you may be busy when I call. Damn, bro. I wish I could just pick the phone up and be like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
Or when I miss the call, I wish I could just call back like, yo, hey, bro, what's up? You called?
Yeah.
So, when you do things you do, you don't realize how many people coming with you.
Yeah.
As I said, it's a selfish act, but in the process, a lot of us don't think about that.
I mean, because think about it. You first started, like I said, around 15. Then you went to prison again at 30. You had a long span where you was fucking up on some things. You did. I mean.
So for a long time, it was crime.
Right.
For a long time, I done left a lot of that stuff alone and decided I wanted to try this. I'm gonna go work. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. A long time, I was out the radar.
Right.
I done did stuff that I haven't got caught by. You know.
Right.
As I said, I was off the radar.
Mm-hmm.
30 years old, playing with guns. My second gun case.
Second. Damn.
That's what sent me to prison.
So, what's your prefix? You know how many prefixes you have?
8 prefixes.
8?
8.
8. Okay, so out of all the time, the stuff that you did do, you really only got sentenced one time. Okay. And so, with that one time that you got sentenced at 30 years of age, newborn, you got a girl out here and everything, you're not gonna do that shit no more, are you?
Of course not. As I said, so for most guys, prison is one of those things, as you said, prefix. You talk to other guys and it'd be like, I'm a C, D prefix, I'm a B prefix.
Be bragging like a motherfucker.
Which means this not your first time in here, you done been in here 3 to 4 times.
Right. Sentenced by a judge to go to
That
prison.
said, your life of crime, your prison started at 18, 20, something like that. So all of a sudden, I ducked the law all this time in my life. You know, I ducked prison.
Yeah.
All this time in my life, shall I say. And you waited 30 years old to commit a crime and send you to prison. Now I feel like a fool.
Well, you probably don't remember Fred Sanford, but he had this saying, "Big dummy."
You big dummy.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I waited till I'm 30 years old, man, to catch a crime and take me to prison, man. At that age, you knew better.
Mm-hmm. So I know that you was saying a little something about 30 years old going to jail. Give me a sense of your father. So I know you got a stepdad and stuff too, but coming out of prison after going through all this stuff, because you say he's a military man too. Yeah. So how's your relationship with your father?
Pretty decent.
Okay.
Pretty decent. We talk on a regular.
Okay.
You know, so it ain't no bad blood or nothing like that. So it was, as I said, of course, a disappointment to him.
Right.
You feel me? So it was, to believe it or not, actually, to me, it brought us a little bit stronger.
Oh, okay.
You know, so it was a lot of things, as I said, as a man, I would call my dad on a man's perspective or a man point of view. You feel me? In the world, it was kind of like I was just going with life. So sitting in there, it was like, nah, I'm actually listening. I'm taking advice for real.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
Okay. No, because I asked that because, you know, a lot of times, you know, when you guys sit down like that, y'all sell a lot of dreams and shit over the phone. You know. I mean, you tell women you want to have that white picket fence. I want to take care of you. We gonna do this, and then you get out and change up a whole bunch of other shit.
I wasn't in there that long to start prison talking to people.
Yeah,
I already knew what it was.
I'm just saying. You know, sometimes y'all do that other sweet talk shit.
I want to call that prison talk.
So now that you out and you see the effects that it had on your girl, not your child so much because, like, you know, he's still a baby pretty much, but you see the effect, the toll that it took. Where are y'all at now that you're home?
Moving forward.
Okay.
Moving forward, you know, so at this point it's kind of like that chapter of my life is closed. I'm on to new things now.
Mm-hmm.
That part of me is dead and gone. It's just that, you know.
Okay. So y'all think about expanding the family eventually?
Probably about 2-3 more years.
2-3 more years.
He a handful of himself. I ain't gonna lie. He active.
Okay.
Not to mention, like I said, just trying to move and more space and all of that stuff. So.
Right. So how old are you now?
31.
31. What's your plans moving forward? As far as for Davante, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, 15 years, practically 15 years of in and out, you know what I'm saying, getting out of trouble. Now that you done your first official stint in prison, you out with a family. What's next for Davante?
As of right now, I'm working, you know, trying to put a couple dollars up. But long term, I actually got a LLC that I'm trying to get off the ground or whatever, so and get that moving. But that's my main focus.
Okay.
Generational wealth, man. That's on my head here right now.
Okay. Good. Okay. So when your son grows up, will you be hesitant to talk about your life, about what you went through?
No. I'm an open book. You ask me, I'm gonna tell you. But the catch is, I want to tell you the realness so you can learn from my mistakes. I got a little brother and a little sister. A little sister, she knuckleheaded. She just like me, you know. And I have to learn to deal with certain people accordingly. That being said, I was one of those don't touch that eyes kind of hot and I'm still gonna touch it type of people. And my little sister the same way. So I gotta let her learn from her own mistakes. But my little brother has always been the type of person that I can be like, hey, listen, look at me for an example. Take the whole different route. And he will literally take the whole different route and make something of himself by it, you know. And for that, I always told him, you know, I'm proud of you for that. You took what I said and you really used it to your advantage.
That's what's up.
My little brother doing good right now. He just graduated. If I'm not mistaken, I think he said he just went back to school trying to get a master's.
Okay.
He's doing his thing, as I said. So that's my advice to people. If you ask me, I'm gonna tell you, but I'm also gonna let you know. You know, you make your own decisions. But this ain't what it is. You know, that's just that.
Okay. So good. So I'm gonna wrap it on up, and I'm gonna just ask you this then, because you come across, and I mean you're very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see this. So nothing about you dumb. So when you sit back and you think about where you was at to where you're at now, do you have any regrets?
Of course, you're even going there at that age. You're smarter than the decision that you made to put you there. So at this point, you gotta think outside the box. You gotta think for the future and stop thinking for the second. That small second just cost you 18 months of your life. I'm talking within 5 seconds. That's all it took for my situation to happen, but it led me to the next 18 months of my life.
Man.
So little things can turn into something big, you know. So you gotta watch it. You know what I'm saying? And be aware.
Yeah. So in the end, because I always say myself, for every action, there's a reaction.
There's a reaction, right. Whether it's negative or positive.
Cool. Well, again, man, I thank you for coming on to the show, sharing whatever, and thank you guys for watching this week's episode. Davante, man, I wish you and your girl, as well as that little baby boy up in there who making all that noise, wish you guys a lifetime of happiness, man. You deserve it. And I'm glad it comes across that you're not going to let that mistake that happens with you define your life.
Of course.
So I'm proud of you on that, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Keep pushing. Thanks again. Peace. Yeah, man. That's cool, man. I'm telling you.